29 days until the final votes. Former President Trump is barnstorming the battleground states. Vice President Harris doing a media blitz, sitting down for multiple interviews. She'll be marking the anniversary of the October 7th attack as well. Let's start with Mary Bruce tracking the Harris campaign. Good morning, Mary.
Good morning, George. Well, the vice president will mark the anniversary of the October 7th attack today by planting a memorial tree and delivering remarks later this afternoon. This all comes as Harris and her campaign are now shifting strategy, stepping up her engagement with the press through a wide array of interviews. This morning, Vice President Kamala Harris kicking off a week-long media blitz, doing multiple in-depth interviews with the press as the campaign enters the final sprint. Harris challenging Donald Trump on abortion rights on a podcast popular with young women, calling his false assertion that some states allow babies to be executed after birth a bold-faced lie, and dismissing Trump's claims to be a, quote, protector of women.
There are now 20 states with Trump abortion bans, including bans that make no exception for rape or incest, which we just discussed, which means that you're telling a survivor of a crime of a violation to their body they don't have a right to make a decision about what happens to their body next, which is immoral. So this is the same guy that is now saying that. This is the same guy who said that women should be punished for having abortions.
For weeks, Harris has shied away from these kinds of interviews, even as her campaign's own data shows the more voters hear from her personally, the more they're likely to support her. But with 29 days to go, Harris this week appearing on podcasts, late-night comedy shows, and network news, including an interview with 60 Minutes. Harris forced to defend the Biden administration's record on the war in the Middle East. Asked why Israeli Prime Minister Netanyahu doesn't seem to be listening to the U.S.
The work that we have done has resulted in a number of movements in that region by Israel that were very much prompted by or a result of many things, including our advocacy for what needs to happen in the region.
Now, in addition to podcasts and that 60 Minutes interview, Harris will also be on The View here on ABC and participate in a Univision town hall out in Las Vegas before campaigning in battleground Arizona. Rebecca.
Okay, Mary, thank you.